Hello, the Astroflower family. Welcome back to the Astroflower channel. This is going to be a general reading followed by a sign in clarification of a general reading for July. So if you're already part of the Astroflower family, welcome. We do appreciate your support. So that's the overall energy that's gone down. Ace of Swords. This goes in line with what's been going on with my energies in regards to my healing over the last sort of week. I've done 50 hours of healing over the last week. It's been amazing. A little bit drained, but it's okay. I've been channeling that energy all the time and it's been absolutely fantastic. Met some absolutely beautiful people down in Provence, and I do thank you for being there. I will be having some healing sessions in the UK. If you want to get involved in that, well, there will be a link some point in the description below. Let's get on to the general reading. So this is a general reading for what's going on for everybody in the human race, as it were, over the next month of July. And we're going to be tying it into the Astroflower. So we've got in the center here, we've got the Ace of Swords. It's going from a transition from fire energy, internal fire energy, to internal air energy. So we're moving from the passion of the instant, of the now, and moving into the calculative mental side of tomorrow. That's what seems to be happening. Let's just get an overall feeling of the general vibration, what's going on with the human race. If you've been watching the weeklies, if you're part of the Astroflower family already and you've been watching the weeklies, I've been talking about these waves that have been coming through, and there's different ones for fixed, mutables and cardinals, and we can see these waves, but because everybody's involved in this, it's almost like there's several waves going on at the same time. Okay, so it seems like choppy waters. Now, choppy waters, for anyone who sails or who knows anything about the sea, choppy waters are two things. Basically, it's about what you're sailing above, what the seabed's like. If it's very smooth, it tends to be very consistent. If it's very rocky underneath, you can get a lot of choppy waters, but also it's got to do with the wind as well. So, and the other thing we can notice coming through, which you might be able to see, which I will put here, yeah, is that earth that we can see that comes through in this section here, but it's also coming through in this section here, and it is playing into here, which is going to move across, and this earth as well is moving across. So it's giving a certain constructive logic to the future. Let's just see what's going on the overall energy. Cutting the chaff from the wheat, cutting out the fat, cutting out the cancer on life, because we're going through cancer season. But it is a little bit like that. So, and they're not massive operations here. There's a lot of small ones, and I think that's what that choppy water is all about. It's sort of saying here that it could be a collective thing. So we might all of a sudden realise that we don't actually need money to live. And we might just be able to get along. That could well be it. That's a massive realization in the human race. But it could be actually a realization of kind of going, maybe we need to reevaluate how we use the energy of the earth. That could well be it on that sort of scale of sort of petrol and electricity and everything like that. It could also be very simple things like sort of the way we treat our neighbours, the way we treat our community, our friends and our family. And develop that sort of side of life. So it could be these little things, but on a personal level, and this is where we're going to go into the readings of the individual signs at the end of this general reading. So if you're watching this on an Aries, it'd be for Aries at the end, you'll see. Yeah. So it could be on a personal level. There's another thing that's coming through as well, is with these victories, will make the masks drop. So this could be, as I say, on a collective level, but it also could be from people that are around you or situations that are around you. So it could be, say, like how a local business is really, not treating the local environment very well. And that may be that mask that falls down. that sort of thing. It's like, you know, let's take an extreme example. We could say it's like a vegan restaurant serving beef. You know what I mean? It's that sort of thing, and people thinking, oh, it's a really nice restaurant and everything like that. It's really tasty, and I don't eat beef anyway, so I wouldn't know if beef is tasty. I haven't eaten it in 30 odd years. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, it could be that sort of thing. So it's a mask coming down. So here we go. We got the relationship side, and then here we've got the financial sort of side. These are the karmic messages for according to both sides, and this is the overall outcome for the month. So let's just go through here. Let's just get an overall reading. So it's a general sort of reading. I think on this side, certainly on the relationship side, let's just do the karmic message first. True value. That's what it seems to be. Aha. Okay, so stepping through a portal, celebration, a realization of what is real value. That is what is going to be happening. That's our understanding this month. That's what we got to understand this month. The true value of things. And this is on the relationship side. So it's a true value of those relationships that are around you. Let's just see how the universe is trying to sort of influence us. It's almost as if I think the universe is trying to make us understand that we're a planet that's attached to a sun, which is got lots of planets around it, so it acts like a cell, and that cell is in a bigger part of the body, could be like an organ, like the liver, whatever, and then that liver is obviously within a being, which we might call the big kahuna, or the big cheese, or dog in opposite. So, you know, it depends what you call it, but I think it's a realization of being part of something that's much more putting us in balance and in harmony with the universe that is around us in an emotional sort of sense. This is looking up to be a really nice month actually for us, for everybody, you know, as a collective sort of thing. It's really quite nice. So let's just see how the it's almost like as our ancestors are trying to sort of influence, like the human race that's been before us, that we've all been incarnated at some point in, how we're trying to advise our future self in a way. That's what it's trying to do on a physical sort of level within our relationships. Active, be involved, be part of it. Don't be stuck. That's what they're trying to get us unstuck. Maybe they're trying to get us unstuck to, a system that is just sort of like, swallowing us up collectively. That could well be it. It could be getting us unstuck from a narrative that's being shoved down our throats. This could be on an individual level as much as on a global or national level. So that's what our ancient guides, our ancestors are trying to influence us as a going forward. Okay, on this side here, this is how our ancestors are trying to influence the here and now. So really getting involved in what they've put into place over those generations before us to get to this situation where we are living at the moment. Open up. Be open to relationships. Be open to the community. Be open to saying hello to your neighbour, asking them if they need anything, or asking them to help you with something. Open up, I think. Judgment. This is really nice as well. So this is all about sort of ascending to something far greater, which is a great possibility within the human race. We have that. If you go into, let's say, caves around the world and you see cave drawings, you're never going to see, not of my knowledge, someone might know, so if they do know, put them in the comments below. I'd like to see it. But you never see cave paintings of humans fighting humans. It didn't exist. Why didn't it exist? Maybe we didn't have the bear to poke or the man to make, the man to pay. That could well be it. So I think this is, the human race here within regards to relationships and etc. has got a real opportunity to step out of that narrative or that paradigm that we've been in for years and generations and generations. And I think this is what the ancestors are trying to tell us as well. It ties in beautifully with those constant small victories and that new thing. And this is a real mental card. So this is pushing through to the future as we move into Leo by the end of the month, where we're going to get a lot more of that cardinal air coming in, which will be coming in right down this section here from Libra, which is this card here as well, which will be really influencing at the beginning of the month, the beginning of July. That's where the Libra energy is, and it moves over here. And as it moves over here, this is where we go through that portal now going forward. Let's just have a look what's going on the financial sort of side. Now, this is obviously very complicated for everybody. There's lots of things tied into it, various geopolitical sort of things, economical things, philosophical sort of things. But on an individual basis, we've all been through a tough time over the last sort of 2 or 3 years. And that may be weighing on us and sort of playing on our minds, as it were. Let's just see how the overall energy is going on for that. Let's see what's going on that side of things. I think this is more to do with the masks. As I said earlier on, the mask coming down. And it seems to be like history is going to bring down those masks. So all of a sudden, I think there's going to be maybe a case of realizations where we're going to realize, oh, what we've been told may not necessarily be the truth. I think that's going to be the case. That's what it looks like. So let's have a look what the karmic message is going on here. Accounts. Time to do the accounts. Time to draw the bottom line and see what's what. And that's what it seems to be. Sun, happiness, liberation. And that's what the bottom line's all about in the regards to finances. When you do your accounts and you draw that bottom line and then you say exactly how much money you've got, you can feel like let's say in your business or in your job or whatever, at the end of the month, you've got that money and you kind of think, yeah, I can now do things with it. And I think this is what this is realizing here. With the accounts, we can walk away from certain aspects and walk towards other aspects. And the Eight of Cups, she's walking away from that one cup and she's walking towards the sun. So I think this is what the karmic message is financially for us collectively. We've got to walk away from an old way of doing things, do the accounts, find out where all the money's gone and see who owes what and everything like that, and put everything squarely on the table so then we can all collectively move on and construct something a little bit more sort of solid and maybe even fair and and honest. Let's just see how the universe is guiding us here. It's like a wave. It's like a wave washing. It's like a tidal wave. It's like a tsunami, sort of saying, yeah, it's blowing out the cobwebs, all of that sort of thing. Oh, the Eight of Cups. I was just speaking to that. How mad is that? How mad is that? That's great. That is great. So she is walking away from that cup and she's walking towards the sun, which is over here. So, our karmic mission this month is really to sort of start enjoying the idea of our power of understanding and having control over our financial system and not allowing it to be governed by hissy fits around the world. This is our children's lives we're playing with here, people. And I think it's about time we grew up and started taking account for the situation. That's really good. So, the universe is, it's that wave. So let's just see what's going on the, how the ancestors are trying to, our past selves are trying to influence this moment on a physical sort of sense, with, on a physical sort of sense. Clean up your own backyard. I don't know if you know that Elvis Presley song. Clean up your backyard. Don't you try to... Anyway, not the rest of the words, but he talks about the idea of sort of make sure your own backyard is clean before you start complaining about the others. That's basically what it is. And it's sort of saying it's time to put to work clean up your own backyard. Being at one with who you are, I think, financially, being content with doing things. If you've got a company that is ruining people, animals, nature, then maybe it's a kind of sort of saying, okay, now I'm going to be with one with myself. I'm not going to go to that business. I'm not going to get involved in that business. We have a lot more control than we actually realise. Once we realise that whole sun, it's going to be brilliant. Let's just say you didn't agree with a political a company that does, let's say, I don't know, fast foods, which you normally go to, and you didn't like the way they did their policy. In that case, and the way they treat our children, and the way they treat our society, in that case, why don't you just go and buy some meat and start, or go and buy some vegetables and do your own veggie burgers or your meat burgers, whatever. I'm not going to ram anything down anybody's throat, but it's like that, and then that'll encourage that whole sort of community side of things. I think this is where, once we get together with ourselves and realise the power that we actually do have in our hands to take control of our financial situation on an individual level. Now that is really important. If you do it on an individual level, the collective will almost look out for itself. And I think this is the realisation, and this is maybe what we've got to walk away from. That whole idea that the collective is running the show or running us individually. I think this is going to be a bit of a light bulb moment for everybody. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that in a way of mental sort of stuff and thinking and etc. Because you know, we're going to be moving on at the end of the month. We're going to be moving on where we're going to have water and earth going through here. Oh no, it's going to be earth and water, sorry, going through here. And with that earth and water, it's a very, very productive time. So once this wave has come through from the universe to get rid of all the stuff that we don't need, or that is actually being detrimental to the idea of the evolution of the human, and we start living our better selves individually through the idea of this could be brilliant, this could be such a beautiful place. Once we do that, I think on this side here, I think it's going to be very productive. So let's just see what's going on here. It's working together. It's understanding that this world wasn't built by one person, okay? And I'm not talking about the planet, I'm talking about the human aspect of it, yeah? You need to work with other people, it's, you know. So, yeah, so stop fighting. It's gonna, you know, the Five of Wands can be all about sort of fighting and conflict, but here I think it's a case of the individuals we need to stop fighting, and as individuals we need to reach for our higher self. That's what we need to do within the financial world, and walk away from that lonesome cup that kept us hypnotized for so long, for generations and generations. And I think the old ancestors are coming in and wanting to actually do this. Let's see what the overall outcome is for July. Absolutely blinding reading. This is really reflecting on all those healings I did this week as well. Absolutely amazing. Anything is possible until you place it against reality. So I could build a mansion. I could build a massive house with a lake and everything like that. But do I have the resources to make that? Probably not. I definitely don't actually. But then therefore, automatically, the idea of building that mansion stays a bit of a dream, could well come true in time, but at this present time, in reality, it is not feasible. So basically, it's now getting on and doing things that are possible rather than trying to running around after butterflies or dreams that are not going to come true, that keep us distracted from life. Yeah. Being centered within us, knowing our place within reality. And yeah, there is people who are not going to like it to start with, but they will come round because they will see the benefits of it all. Once we as individuals start applying ourselves to this future. Okay, and I really do think that July is a pivoting point. June has been really hectic. I don't know about you guys. It's been an amazing month. Really has been an amazing month. It's been an amazing year so far. But which we've done the readings on June as well, which you can see, and also for 2022, which you can see somewhere in the in our videos on our channel. If you're subscribed, obviously, you'd be easy to be able to find them, and that's one way of helping. Spread the message. Sharing this video on Facebook and stuff like that is helping you, actually. Is helping progress the collective, helping progress us as individuals to evolve and move on from what we've been living. So share this video far and wide, because this seems to be a really important message, and it's got to get out there. It's got to get out there for us. So we're going to be now pulling on your individual signs. And you will be getting 3 cards. How we interact with this whole message on the relationship side, on the financial side, and the overall energies. We're probably going to pull a card for the going future forward section as well. So so stay with us and for that. In the meantime, don't forget, please subscribe, click that bell. It really does help us out. Okay, so straight off the bat. Libra, let's see what's going on for you in this month of July. I hope you enjoyed that general reading. It seems like, and I've been doing a lot of signs already, seems like, like every sign has its position to play. And with our unique individual signs and everybody having their position to play, obviously you have that. You have this particular thing going on at the moment for you, Libra. This is your first, no, I put my teeth back in, your first month of autumn. So it's going into that period where you're going to start thinking about a new cycle that is coming up, which is your birthday. You're going to see what you've been doing over the last year, what you want to do in the future, what sort of things you don't want to do, and stuff like that. So you seem to be in this luxury position, and it certainly came through in your readings last month. And I was talking about this, I think, in the last month's readings as well. That luxury position where you can turn around and sort of say, be in 2 dimensions at the same time. This could be the absolute joy. It's almost as if like you're the ones turning out the lights on the old paradigm and turning on the new lights of the new paradigm. You're in that doorway sort of situation. Okay, so obviously this is a relationship side, money side, overall energy, and the outcome as well for you. Let's just see what the overall picture is for you. Oh, it's like I don't know if you've ever been on a train in London or in New York or any sort of big town where you've got like an underground system, and at the time of rush hour when everyone's going home or going to work, there is a moment when the trains are full, nobody else can get on, and you're like that person at the door sort of saying, hang on a second, there's no more space here, you have to wait for the next one, sorry. And being honest, it's not hurtful to the other person at all. You're not sort of kind of going, don't like you, you're not coming on this train. It's not that at all, but it's being that honest, balanced person. That's you there on that justice sort of side. And it is going through that new dimension and being joyful about it and saying goodbye to the people or the situations and everything in the past. And you seem to be that person there. So it's almost as if the overall energy here is, you almost have to be firm as well. That's what I'm saying about it. And that's that whole sort of thing of sort of going, no, we've got no more room on this train. There is another train coming in a minute, don't worry, etc. So That's what the overall energy is. Let's see what's going on within your relationship side. It's waiting. It's complicated. That's why I sighed, just in case you wanted to know. That was that bit of air that's all part of the Libra, because you're pure air, as it were. But it's like it's complicated, and because sometimes when something's really complicated, it's almost best to just sort of kind of saying, okay, just let it let it sort itself out. Oh, I'm really having difficulty with my words with you guys today. What is it, Libra? Yeah, so this might be your resistance as well. And it's sort of like taking a step back so you can see clearly the situation within your relationships. It's not sort of, it doesn't feel nasty in any way at all. There's a lot of enthusiasm. I should say this. There's a lot of enthusiasm for going forward, and real excitement, childish excitement about tomorrow. And it's like a child looking at a toy, just kind of going, oh, there's so many buttons to press. Which button do I press first? And then the child sort of kind of goes, right, okay, let me have a good look at this. That's what it seems to be doing within the relationship. King of Swords. Is that not you, guys? This is it. Having a good look at the situation, being that force that can actually sort of say to people, no more room left on this train. And, you know, the King of Swords has, on this card, this is deck here, which is the White Witch Tarot deck. She's got, or they've got, like, because it's not gender specific, obviously, they've got butterflies behind their heads. And it is like, chasing butterflies is like chasing dreams. And you've got those dreams within you, and it's basically, you know, positioning. You're almost the person that is stuck, but in a very nice way. Stuck as in a point of reference. That's what it seems to be. So within your relationships around you at the moment, this could be within your couple, within your family, your friends, and your community, you will be a point of reference from going from one dimension to the other, which is all tied into that Four of Wands in the general reading. Let's see what's going on your financial sort of side. It's a beautiful position to have, and I think you're going to really enjoy it, especially if you look to brighter futures, look to that sun, look to that joining together with the communion of everyone that is around you, your neighbors, your friends, your family, your couple, your everything. Okay, let's just see what's going on this financial sort of side. Yeah. It's not over till the referee blows. That's what we say in football or in sport. I used to play rugby, so a bit like American football. So when I say football, it's like what Americans would say soccer, I guess. So you know, when the referee blows the final whistle, it's over, and you seem to have that whistle in your mouth. It's as if, like, on the financial sort of thing, you're playing in harmony with your opposite, which is Aries, and they seem to be doing the accounts this month, and they seem to be drawing that line that I was talking about, and then sort of saying, this is the situation. And that's when Libra's almost going to kind of get that judgment thing and go, okay, finished, right, you're offside, you know, that's won, that's lost, and that sort of thing, you know, calling things out, basically. Seems to be of the sun. Ah, yes, that's really nice. That's absolutely beautiful. Like that child in a way, chasing those dreams. Child looking at that toy and having a good look at it, and it's based upon your fun. So kind of going, right, let's see who's won. Oh look. You know, Sally's one or Dave's one or whatever, you know, let's do another one. And it's really calling time, as it were, on a joyful thing, and, you know, allowing people to walk from that. You're calling time on that one cup. That's what it's all about. You're calling time on that one cup, and you're allowing the world to move on to the second cup. Really important part for you to play this month here, Libra. A very free part, this is it. It should be very stressless for you. So there's not a lot of stress, you know. Let's see what the overall energy is going through for you. Feeling at home, basically. It's gradually feeling at home. It's gradually feeling your place and your privileged place within society or within the community or within your job or your business. And this could be that sun sort of thing of bringing fun into your business, fun into your job, allowing people to aspire to greater things. That's what it seems to be on this sort of side. And as you do this, the overall energy is gradually feeling at home, as it were. The moon. So allowing things to settle, allowing the light to shine day and night. So feeling at home regardless of the situation. And yeah, so the moon is going to be also allowing things that haven't been seen. It's moving on from one dimension to another through the Ace of Swords here. And as you do move towards the moon, it's almost as if you're moving towards the sun, because the only reason the moon shines is because of the sun. And you have these two suns here. And as the sun shines, it allows the moon to shine at night, giving a sense of clarity to the things that are normally unseen. So moving away from the hidden organization of the past in the human race and moving to something that's a lot more sort of joyous, you know, exposing the hidden things in life, yeah, which could be nice and could be bad, you know. There's two sides to that moon energy, and I think it's when you start exposing things and blowing that referee's whistle, you're going to start exposing, we're going to, you know, collectively, it's going to help everybody collectively to position themselves. Okay, let's see what the overall energy is moving in, going forward. You never see a referee celebrating the winning or being disappointed in the loss of a team at the end of a match. It's as if like there's people celebrating around you, there's people sort of kind of go, oh, we lost around you. But you as the referee is just in that privileged position of kind of going, it doesn't really matter for me either way. As long as I had a good refereeing match, as long as I ref the match fairly, which is your thing. This is what you are all about. You're about that justice. You're about being that referee and being fair and everything like that. And it seems to be here where you're just... you're finding your home and you're finding a position where you could quite happily just survey everything else that is going on around you, like a grandparent surveys a family barbecue and can see generations behind them, and feeling just kind of going, yeah, what a great place. You know, I think that's what it's all about. Seven of Swords. Okay, so I think it could well be as well sort of like where you've blown time on things and called things out, it may prevent future conflict, because that's what the Seven Swords is all about. It's playing smart to avoid the more negative side of life to be fortuitous. And I think this is your role here, because you've got, this is amazing, you've got the Seven of Wands, which is the overall reading, and you've got the Seven of Swords. So being that still, that epitomizing that Seven of Wands energy within you, you can allow that Seven of Swords energy to sort of, as you're sitting there enjoying it, kind of, you know, like that grandparent over that barbecue, as I was sort of saying, and in the generations, you can sort of say, you can say to one of your children who are talking to their children, but when we were kids, we did the same thing. And when you were a kid, you did the same thing. Calling yourself out as much as everybody else out. And, you know, it's all part of growing up, as it were. And I think this is going to be a really privileged position of being smart, in being a composed smartness for you. So there you go, Libra. My voice is, I've been doing so much in the way of healing in the Provence, down in Provence in France. It has been amazing, been really hot, been really beautiful, met some amazing people. And when I'm doing healing face to face in the same room with people, it is so powerful. It is so, so powerful. It was absolutely amazing. So I'm getting a bit of a hoarse voice at the moment. But yeah, it's there you go. It's, if you're part of the Astroflower family, I'll get back on the thing. I was instantly back in my healing. If you're part of the Astroflower family already, I thank you for your support, really do. Share this video because it'd be good for everybody to get on the same page. Share it on all the platforms. Help us out because YouTube are not particularly helping us out at the moment. Don't know why. I haven't done anything wrong as far as I can see. And I think YouTube is absolutely brilliant. I really do like YouTube, and I think it could be a really important thing going forward. It could be really amazing. So any help you give us and helping us, you only need to subscribe and click that bell. It's so easy to help us out. That's all it is to do. And then you can sort of like try us, see if you like us. If you like us, then stay with us, stay with this family. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.